Lace up the shoes, chase W's, murder beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers as they take on the 11-year man Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And, partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Matthew Stafford now in his 11th season with Detroit leads the offense out here coming off a Week 1 tie against Arizona. The Cardinals made a late push, sent that to overtime, 27-27 the final. Speaking of the number 27, Charles, that's the number of passes that Stafford completed in 45 attempts. But how about 385 yards for him?
Yeah, 3 touchdowns as well, and the 385 yards, more than any he threw for in a game last year. But that's part of the issue, too, because this is a Lions team that's made an emphasis on trying to get better running the football. Brought in Kerryon Johnson last year. C.J. Anderson came in as a free agent this year. Didn't get a lot done on the ground, so they had to rely on the right arm of Matthew Stafford once again.
Set, lady. Check 52's the mic. So we got man.
Stafford. Jerry
Tim by the defensive tackle and frankly part back. Never bought the play action fake.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Here's King. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Phillip Rivers ready to go under center for the Los Angeles Chargers. And Phillip will be 38 in December, but you wouldn't know that if you looked at Week 1 when he defeated the Indianapolis Colts. 333 yards, 3 touchdowns, another very good game from him.
He's got to keep playing. He's got those 9 mouths to feed with the children. I mean, he's got a full baseball squad. But the best part is his enthusiasm for the game. That has never waned. He loves everything about it, including training camp. This guy just likes being around his team, loves leading them. And how about the Chargers breaking out of the gate 1-0, which is a big deal because normally they start slow and finish strong. Maybe now they can put a full season together. And if that's the case, look out, AFC.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ready. 180.
Rivers now from the 50. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On the ground, it's Eckler. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Running on first down, Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. For that battle, that was won right up front.
And we're used to seeing those battles right up front, but we're used to seeing a lot of defensive tackles or more run stuffers and just play the spot where they are. How about these dancing bears we see nowadays that win the battle and then go upfield looking for runners?
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
As the Detroit Lions continue to rebuild their defense, they were so excited about the opportunity to acquire defensive end Trey Flowers from New England, who always put on big performances in the playoffs and in Super Bowls. And now the Lions looking forward to seeing that game in and game out. 7.5 sacks is his career high. They'd love to see that number get to double digits.
190. White, 89.
On third down, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Detroit going to get the football back here, and I mentioned earlier, we talked briefly about the tie in week 1 with Arizona. What was tough for Detroit in that game, they led 24-6, and then the Cardinals came all the way back. So that has to feel almost like a loss, doesn't it?
It does. Couple of ways, right? As you mentioned, letting that lead get away. But it's a game that you had to feel that Detroit could go on the road and get. And you know how difficult it is to win on the road in the NFL. And that was one they kind of let get away. So if they're going to be a factor in the NFC North, in a sense, they have to make up for this game because that's one that should have been in the win column for them.
And now they're home for the Chargers, then at Philly and home for Kansas City. 3 straight playoff teams from a year ago before they hit their bye week. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. This left side caught by Fulgham. And a big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. That's on the former first-rounder, Taylor Decker. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow 20! They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. Johnson jostles free. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
It's real easy to talk about Thomas Davis coming back from multiple knee injuries, but he wants his play on the field to be the story.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's James. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Partners, we discussed earlier the Chargers 1-0 after that victory over the Colts last weekend. Still no Melvin Gordon, of course. Possibly won't see him until November. But Austin Eckler, he held his own, didn't he?
He certainly did. 154 yards of total offense, 3 touchdowns, including the game winner in overtime. And not only did he hold his own, but he got the attention of Melvin Gordon, who took to social media after the game to let him know he was watching and enjoying. And what did he say on social media? Eating. Which means that Austin Eckler was eating up the ground and the touchdowns.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Crunch.
throwing. Rivers. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Black 11!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers on the screen. This is Eckler. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Rivers to throw it. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Stafford He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
That's going to be caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Stafford now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 42-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Check me out.
11 more on that one and another first down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Stafford. Gallavay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Prater for the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? 4 verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big, big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here. He has been great. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Rivers now. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Rivers now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Now Eckler trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing on 2nd down, Rivers. That is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yep.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Rivers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there.
Black 15! It's a party now! It's a party!
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but it'll be second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll get 34 yards there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested, because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
180.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 yards there and a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the touchdown run came from Kerryon Johnson to cap things off. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Going on the ground with Eckler, trying to run inside, but nothing there. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Round 80! Round 80!
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers, Benjamin with it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. To throw, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Ready! Set 180! Watch the run! Watch the run! Look! 80
First down, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Check, he's coming! Stop your body!
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays. Just not right. On is the Chargers punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been. Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Set, lady! Hey, here I come! Here I come!
Throwing on second down. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. On the return, it's King. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. Phillip Rivers and his Chargers about ready to take over again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Going deep here for that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, L.A. A 4th touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 77 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Here's Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Green 90, green 80, white 85.
On play action, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first ball. Coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Rivers now finding Mike Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Rivers to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
58 for Mike, 58.
Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Stafford on first down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
You better talk to your boy. You better talk to your boy. I'm going to protect you.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our players' spotlight now. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Rivers on the money, complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Lions' 33-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
180, 380.
40, 940. You get block me. You get block me.
first down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On the draw, here's Jackson. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Round 80. Check 52. Come on. I know he ain't got it.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And Henry going to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Chargers.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Desmond King making the tackle. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Chargers coming hard, and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Badgley on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On second down, Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. Now it's Stafford. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the 3rd quarter. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Here is Eckler. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Step round 80! Round 80! Behind! Behind!
From the 41, Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line.
1st down, Los Angeles.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Hey, you're on an island over there.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And the yardage just continues to pile up. We're still in the 3rd quarter. He's had a heck of a game.
Keep your calculator handy because these numbers are skyrocketing. Loving watching what he's doing right now because What do we call it, in the zone?
Yeah, he's in the zone. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Mike Daniels, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go.
Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Black 11.
3rd and long for Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long.
Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Stafford. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Let's make these babies crawl.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They started on the ground with Eckler, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
It's Eckler again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Flag 15!
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. And that is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing is Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 2nd and 10. Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Throwing again is Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. A gain of 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Get that. 180. 58. Come on. Hey, watch the slant.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Well, big man with ball. Met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Hey, here we go.
On the give, this is Eckler. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
51 to mine. Kill.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I got you.
To throw again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On first down, it's Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Watch twist.
Stafford on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Well, he's done his part, Charles. No doubt about that. Maybe he's going to go over the sideline now and tell this defense, hey, let's go. Step up.
And if they do, they've got a chance because right now he's become a force that hasn't been stopped from his side. 3 touchdowns rushing already. Eager for more. If they get any type of stops, we've got a heck of a game on our hands.
Prater on to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the touchdown run came from Kerryon Johnson to cap things off. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The dump off good for 8 there on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, Brown 80! Hey, pick your game up. Watch tight end. 4 down, 4 down.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Wait, 89!
On the ground, it's Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Mike Daniels picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Take a seat. You can't stop me.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Rivers. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Jarrett Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the gun, Rivers. With a catch made by Dontrell Inman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From a yard out, the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
To throw again on second down. Stafford over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Amendola catching it left side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, Stafford here. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. Amendola, he was the intended target. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So out come the Chargers. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.